members, what it be?
Hey-o!
Hi.
God, you sound like such an asshole.
Somebody has to be, so here I am.
Why? Why does someone have to be an asshole? There's enough of those. It's 2021. We need to get rid of them.
No, I feel like every show needs to have that one. So, I take it upon myself to be that one.
All right, so we are towards the end of January. Means that we now have all the information for the free games and the new games for February.
Oh, yeah. And this is going to be a good month because PlayStation, I know, is releasing some bangers. Xbox felt it upon themselves to release them bangers after their recent hiccup. And so we'll just call it that with the recent hiccup. But this looks to be one of the better months in recent memory for me.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. So I say we get right the hell into this thing. And as usual, I'll hit you with the stuff for Xbox. The February Games with Gold lineup is here. On Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One, experience one of gaming's most acclaimed sagas in Gears 5. Survive against the living dead in the horror thriller that started it all with Resident Evil, and experience the gorgeous and imaginative world of Salt in the action-adventure platform Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. And for the classic lineup via backwards compatibility, you can crack your whip and get ready to explore in Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, and then return to the troubled world of EDN 3 in the action shooter Lost Planet 2. It's funny that this is one of the games that's coming up, Wes, because weren't we just talking about Lost Planet not long ago? I think we were.
One of the biggest things I know about Lost Planet is, I played it for a good stretch, but Anthony's dad actually went on like a hardcore tear.
He's the first person I ever saw play it. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was nuts.
So, let's get into this. So, from February 1st to the 28th, you get Gears 5. And the cool thing about this is Gears 5, this is now officially the first Series X game that's being released for free with the Games for Gold. So, Gears 5 experienced the celebrated campaign and multiplayer now fully optimized for Xbox Series X and S with all-out war descending. Kate Diaz breaks away to uncover her connection to the enemy and discovers the true danger to Sarah herself. Now, you played Gears 5, right? Or no?
I've only played the Horde mode. I've never actually played the full run. But when Alex from Spaghetti Boys, he's running through the whole Gears series on Twitch. When he starts streaming that one, I'm going to jump in and do a co-stream with him.
Sweet. Okay, and then you have Resident Evil, which is available also from February 1st to the 28th. It's the game that defined the genre. In this remastered version, join the Special Forces Team stars and investigate a mysterious mansion on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Stay alert because supplies are scarce and the living dead are all around. And now, I played this remaster for the PlayStation, and it is fantastic. If you're a fan of the franchise, you're going to love it. If it's somehow your first time playing a game in the franchise and you want to start over, it's great. Wes, you'd probably be more adept to playing it now because now you're messing. We'll get into it later, but you're messing around with a fixed camera, which is how it was back in the day for Resident Evil. One fixed camera. Yeah. You don't have to worry about the dual sticks. But
it is such a weird thing to get used to.
But yeah, it looks great. It looks great. I played it. It was a lot of fun. Moving right along to Dandara Trials of Fear Edition, available February 16th to March 15th. Discover secrets, dangers, and an array of unique characters in the world of Salt. In this Metroidvania-style platformer, I'll say that again, Metroidvania. Mm-hmm. A heroine arises out of fear to help a world on the brink of collapse, featuring stunning handcrafted pixel art and original soundtrack compositions that bring a visual and auditory wonderland to life. Metroidvania-style platform sounds terrifying because they are two of the harder platformers in the world. Then you have Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, available February 1st to the 15th. It's time to put on your fedora and help Indy recover one of the most powerful artifacts known to man. In epic, globe-spinning fashion, take on Nazis and the Asian underworld to track down the mysterious heart of the dragon before it falls into hostile hands. Any game where you take on Nazis is beautiful to me. So I've never played it, but that's enough for me to want to play it. And lastly, you get Lost Planet 2, available February 16th to the 28th. After 10 years removed from the original title, return to the troubled planet torn apart from ongoing battle for thermal energy. Play 4-player co-op and customize your character with an arsenal of weapons and vehicles to pilot. Now, I haven't played Lost Planet 2. I played the first one. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of white. The whole damn planet was snow from what I remember.
Yeah.
But, I vaguely remember that you had to, collect things to, keep being able to survive on the planet. Like it was something. I don't know if it was like something for like oxygen or I don't remember what it was, but you had to collect something. I thought
Game came out a long time ago. I don't remember, and I didn't mess with it when it first came out. I messed with it later, but I still have no recollection really of the game.
but that's a banger of a month, man. They're giving you 5 games here. I'll run over them one more time. February 1st to the 28th, you get Gears 5 and the remaster of Resident Evil. From February 16th to 15th, you get Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. From February 1st to the 15th, you get Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. And lastly, available February 16th to the 28th is Lost Planet 2. And that's what Microsoft's hitting you with, and that's a solid month. That's 5 great games, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, I mean, Ant, you want to hit us with PlayStation?
All right, so this is what we've got for February's PlayStation Plus lineup. Next month, PlayStation Plus lineup is all about creativity. Dazzle the crowd with creative chaos as you run, ram, and slam in vehicular combat of Destruction All-Stars. Showcase your artistic side with some magical portrait in Concrete Genie and get inventive with supernatural abilities in order to save your skin in Control. Destruction All-Stars is also the focus of a new state of play that showcases a game in all its glory. Entertain the crowds by bringing controlled chaos to the vehicular combat arena of this metal-crunching multiplayer game. Pick one of 16 superstar competitors, then leap into 4 game modes using timing, tactics, and skills to cause carnage behind the wheel or create havoc with your parkour skills. Perfect your character's abilities, including a hero vehicle unique to them, to give you the edge in free-for-all battles or team challenges and become Global Destruction Federation champion. The game also supports PlayStation 5's Game Help feature, giving you hints and tips to become the ultimate destructive machine without the need to leave the game. That is for PlayStation 5.
Now I'm super happy. Hold on one second. I'm super happy
you're
that I didn't purchase this game because now you're getting it for free because we talked about this before. It looks like a mix of it's like parkour mixed with Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
If you haven't played Twisted Metal, it's just all these. It's like Demolition Derby meets Twisted Metal meets parkour.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of fun. I remember in the trailer there was like one dude just running around with like a paper bag in his head and boxers.
Yep.
Or something like that, and they got cars with like saws on the front. It looks like one of those games that you hang out with your boys or your girls, you get a case of beer, some pizza or something, and just beat the shit out of each other for hours. That's what it seems like.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Up next, I have Control Ultimate Edition, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4.
Fuck yes.
Wes, how you feel about that one, by the way?
I'm good with that one, man. I already have that game.
I know. But it's on the next gen. It seems like for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Master supernatural abilities and wield a shape-shifting sidearm in this third-person action-adventure from Remedy Entertainment, which also created Max Payne and Alan Wake. Take on the role of Jesse Faden, director of the Federal Bureau of Control, whose New York headquarters are breached by an ominous enemy. Boy, that could have came out 10 times worse.
Yeah, sure could have. Your lips fought to get that one out.
Yeah, they did. Despite outward appearances, the skyscraper's interior is vast and ever-shifting. You'll need to explore and weaponize this unpredictable environment to clean house and repel the invaders. Jesus Christ. The Ultimate Edition includes the base game as well as the Foundation and AW expansions. And on PlayStation 5 console, use the console's Game Help feature for hints and walkthroughs to help you solve puzzles and overcome challenges as you explore the oldest house. And last but not least...
Real quick.
What's up?
So for Control, you talked about the AWE. That's the Alan Wake expansion. So
correct.
The company that makes Control also made Alan Wake, like you said before. But the whole thing about it is that there is actually a connection. There is a connection within these games, and from what I heard, Alan Wake is actually kind of a. It's a weird game. It's an interesting game. I do know that right now it is on Game Pass. So and it's also so is Control. But yeah, man, go ahead, keep on going.
Last but not least, I have Concrete Genie for the PlayStation 4. Pick up a magic paintbrush and return the polluted town of Denska to its former bright and bustling seaside self in this touching and multi-award-winning action-adventure. Cleanse streets and alleyways, then use your living paint to create mischievous genies whose magical powers will aid you in overcoming puzzles and seeing off bullies who pursue you. The game also includes 2 additional modes built especially for the PlayStation VR to let you further unleash your creativity. Just a reminder, you have until February 1st to... It'll probably be over by that time. But anyway, you have until February 1st to get the January PlayStation Plus games for free. Really quick, it says this is directly from PlayStation, so I'm just going to read it. Destruction All-Stars is available on PlayStation Plus until Monday, April 5th.
Whoa.
Giving you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Giving you a lot of time.
Whoa.
Multiple months.
Yep, and then obviously Control, the Ultimate Edition, and Concrete Genie are available until Monday, March 1st. So, yeah, if you got a PlayStation 5, don't sleep on Destruction All-Stars. It looks like a great game, and you have the ability to get it until the 5th of April. So, yeah, there's that.
That's wild. That's the longest run that I've heard for like a new game. Just being straight up free.
They really want you to play that game.
Yeah, there's got to be something behind it why they want you to play it, so it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Ant.
Yep.
So here are the games for February that are new. So for the Switch, on November 2nd, you have Cultist Simulator. And looks like for the Switch, Apex Legends I'm guessing it's going to be running with a new season. That one's also coming out for February 2nd. And then like Anthony was talking about with Control, you not only have that coming out on February 2nd for the PlayStation 5, but also for the Xbox Series X. And then we have for the PS4, YS9 Monstrum Nox. February 3rd, we have Hybroxia 2. That's coming out for the Switch and the PS4. Project Winter is coming out on February 4th for the Xbox One. A game called Nuts is coming out for the Switch. Quite literally, that's all it fucking says.
A game called Nuts.
I like it.
So this game I'm actually really excited for when it comes out. This one's going to be coming... No, not Nuts. No. It's also coming out February 4th. No, it's called Werewolf the Apocalypse. I don't know if you guys have checked this out yet.
I have.
Werewolf the Apocalypse, Earthblood.
Yep.
So the description of it is a unique experience full of savage combat and mystical adventures inspired by the famous role-playing game. You are Kahal, a powerful guru who chose to go into exile after losing control in his destructive rage. You can transform into a wolf and a Krynos, a large ferocious beast, and you must master all 3 forms and powers of human, wolf, and Krynos. I'm not even trying to say it. To punish those who defile Gaia. All right, that's what it would be. So, yeah, in this game, with the trailer that I saw, like, you can either be in just regular human mode and going ahead and just actually be able to just do what normal people do. You could just be an actual wolf and then just kind of just, like, roaming around sleuthing. And then you can go straight werewolf style to where you're like a 6.5, 7 foot freaking beast going ahead just destroying motherfuckers.
Hell yes.
So this game is coming out on the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X, and all of that on February 4th. Another game for February 4th is Haven. That's going to be coming out for the PS4 and Switch. That game came out late last year for the Xbox for the Game Pass. Let's see here. We also have Blue Fire, which is coming out for the Switch. Skyforge, which is coming out on the Switch. Canarium, which is coming out for the Switch. Kowloon High School Chronicle, which is also coming out for the Switch. My bad. Gray Skies, which is going to be coming out for the Switch and Xbox One. It's called Gray Skies War of the World Story. And all of those are going to be coming out February 4th. Now, February 5th, you have Glittering Sword. That's going to be coming out for the Switch and Xbox One. You have a game called Arrog, Arrog. Very weird name. It looks like it's a puzzle-solving type game. That's coming out for the PS4 and PS5. You have Roombo, First Blood. Not Rambo. Roombo, Roombo.
Hell yeah.
So it's like a killer vacuum? Like
Let's see. Roomba First Blood is a comedic top-down stealth action game about being a robot vacuum cleaner and fending off burglars from your home. A short experimental game and the first in the Justice Sucks series.
Oh my God.
I'm a fan already.
Andy, great call.
Yo, that's what's up, dude. That's how you call it. This game comes out for the Switch and the Xbox One
Great play on
on February 5th. For the PS5, you have the Neo collection. So Neo and Neo 2.
Okay.
Let's see here. We have it's not. Little Nightmares 2. I believe we talked about this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We did. We talked about it
Yes.
I believe last week.
Every time
Yeah,
we
so-
see something, we talk about it because it's going to be an awesome game.
Well, yeah, it was one of the free games for Xbox last week, right? Or last week, I'm sorry, last month?
Yeah, for January.
Yep.
Yeah, so Little Nightmares. I'm not sure if it was 2 or 1 that was
It was
free.
the first one. It was the
Okay,
first
yeah.
one.
No.
So Little.
No, it was
you
the
sure?
first one. Yes.
All right, well, somebody find out. Little Nightmares 2 is going to be for the PlayStation 4 on February 11th. Also on the 11th, you're going to have the Death Crown for the Switch and the PS4. Aground for PS4 and Xbox One. Undermine for the Switch. You're going to have On the Road, a truck simulator. That's going to be for the PS4 and Xbox One. Endurance, space travel for the Switch, or space action, sorry, for the Switch and the Xbox One. Rover Wars Battle for Mars is going to be coming out for the Switch and the Xbox One. And once again, these are all going to be February 12th. Galgun Returns. Never even heard of this. But the way the writing is, looks like some type of Japanese RPG game. That's going to be coming out for the Switch. Here's a big one. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury is going to be coming out for the Switch.
Nice.
Now, this one, the cat's out of the bag. Super Mario 3D World is coming to the Nintendo Switch system. Pounce and climb through dozens of colorful stages. Mario and his friends can use power-ups like the Super Bell, which grants cat-like abilities, climbing and scratching, working together locally or online with up to 3 online other players to reach the goal. I did not know you could do that. That's fucking awesome.
Yes,
And to see who can get the high score. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury game features the same great co-op gameplay, creative levels, and power-ups as the original game, but also so much more. Yeah, so this one's coming out for the Switch. That's going to be February 12th. Also for the Switch, you're going to have Fallen Legion Revenants. Actually, I think I saw that for, PS4 as well. PS4 and Switch. Azure Lane Crosswave is coming out for the Switch. Speed Limit is going to be coming out for the PS4. You have Shattered Tales of the Forgotten King, which is for PS4 and Xbox One. And actually, Shattered is going to be coming out February 17th. You have a game called 30XX, and that's going to be coming out for the PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
You're killing this thing right now, by the way.
Fantasy Tavern Sextet Volume 2 Adventures Days.
All right.
That's why I said what?
So, what's the next segment, Wes? Let's just move on.
We're not even done the month yet.
Oh, my God. And it's a short month. How is this possible?
Yeah, dude, there's actually a lot more coming out than I expected.
You know what a sextet is, though, right?
Yeah, 6. Isn't that the, numeral
Well, you know what a
number
quartet
6?
is. You know what a sextet is? Yeah, six people playing
Yeah.
music together.
Anodyne 2 Return to Dust is coming out for the PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. King of Seas is coming out for the PS4. For February 19th, we have Thomas Was Alone. That's coming out for the Switch and the Xbox One. Aldeus Beyond Chronos, that's coming out for the PS4. Persona 5 Strikers is coming out for the PS4 and Switch. That one's for February 23rd. Other ones for the 23rd are Rogue Heroes, Ruins of Tassos. You have Curse of the Dead Gods. That one's going to be for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 and Xbox One. There's a lot coming out that I really wasn't expecting for this month.
Brother, every time you do this, is it a fucking cold read?
Yes.
No, it's not always.
Was this
Well,
a
no,
cold read?
Well, no, this isn't.
Yes.
I'm using a different website that I wanted to check out.
Gotcha.
Another one that's going to be coming out for the PS4, Switch, and Xbox One is called Taxi Chaos. February 25th, you also have Republic Remastered coming out for the Switch. Hellpoint's coming out for the Switch. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin is coming out for the PS4 and Switch. Forward to the Sky is coming out for the Switch. Code Realize, Wintertide Miracles is coming out for the Switch. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection is going to be coming out for the Switch.
Oh, I'm excited about that one.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Ghosts and Goblins is one of my favorite series. Ghosts. Oh, it's a Canadian ghost. Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts. I love that whole series.
And the last one that we have coming out on February 26th is Bravery Default 2. Now, this is one that I know a lot of people are waiting for on the Switch. Step into a brand new world with 4 brand new heroes. A new world, new story, and all new heroes of light await in an original RPG experience arriving on the Nintendo Switch system in 2021 now. This was definitely written before. This successor to the original Bravery Default game comes from the team that brought you the Bravery series and the Octopath Traveler, and features music from Revo, who created music for Sound Horizon and Linked Horizon, acclaimed composer of the Bravery Default soundtrack.
You want try again? Bravely.
Sorry.
It's all
Bravely, not bravery. All right, but that's what I have for the new games that are coming out for February.
Good shit. Man, I'm cold. Like, I'm shivering from that read. That was so cold.
I try my best.
I'm pretty sure if you look outside, there's also snow that's starting to form.
Yeah, Wes just brought the snow early. Way to go, bro. Way to go.
I can't tell. I don't have windows in here.
Oh, man. But I bet you wish it was last month again, because I remember when we were doing this last month, you were like, dude, there's like no games.
There were 7. There were 7 fucking games last month.
7 games.
This man goes from 7 games to 62 or whatever the heck you just rattled off.
Yeah, that was a hell of a thing. But all right, so we gave the free and we gave the new, so let's jump into news. All right, so we can start off with something that I found on, I think it was like the HollywoodReporter.com. After months of negotiations, Kevin Hart is officially signed to play on as Roland in the Lion Gates video game adaptation.
That should say Claptrap.
Yeah, we had this discussion before we cut the podcast on.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give this movie the same treatment I give every other one, and I'm going to wait until it comes out before I judge it. I'm not thrilled, and it's nothing against Kevin Hart. We just think that there'd be a better role for him. Like Anthony said, Claptrap would probably be a better role.
That's what I would think.
But I'm gonna wait. They got a good director. Good director, good producer. I don't know who's writing the damn thing, but
yeah, you know who
it's
I'd
being
like to see.
written by it's being written by the guy who wrote Chernobyl for HBO.
Well, that was supposed to be.
Oh,
series.
that was I haven't either, but I know a lot of people raved about it.
Yeah, dude, it's
okay. Well, then they got the pieces in place then.
That doesn't mean that he made the right choice for the cast.
See, the cast is weird so far. So you have Kevin Hart as Roland, and you have Cate Blanchett as Lilith.
What the fuck? All right,
she's an old Lilith.
I'm gonna yeah, right. I'm gonna say it one more time. Before we cut on the podcast, the gentleman's name is Henry Simmons. Played the director in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after Coulson, did his thing. That should be your Roland. Okay.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Wes, you had a good idea for Roland too.
Absolutely.
Another
guy I thought his name is Mike Coulter. He was Luke Cage in the Marvel's Netflix series Luke Cage, and then also in Defenders. And he would be, he's a very intimidating, type of guy. So
when I think of Roland, right, you think of a strong, masculine black man who's ready to take charge, right?
Yeah.
I don't see that with Kevin Hart.
No, that's just not. It's not generally what he plays. Now, if you've seen, this has nothing to do with Borderlands. I don't know, have either of you seen The Upside?
No.
With him and I forget the dude's name. The dude from fucking Malcolm.
Breaking Bad.
And Breaking Bad, yeah. Kevin Hart was incredible in that movie, and Bryan Cranston, that's his name.
There you go.
Because that was the first time I'd ever really seen him in a serious role, and I wondered how that was going to be, because I was like, that's not what Kevin Hart generally does. But he was fantastic in that movie, so I know he can be. But
did he have any of his Kevin Hart outbursts?
No, not really. I'm telling you, it's worth seeing. It's a very, very good movie. But
I'll give him a chance.
So like I know he can. It's just still weird because again, Roland looked pretty intimidating in the game. He wasn't quite Brick, but he looked intimidating. And Kevin Hart is like 4'2", and it's just.
Think about it.
You better hope to God he never hears this episode.
Kevin Hart knows I love Kevin Hart. We're Philly, he's Philly. I love it.
That's true.
Think about it though. You're talking about like the other roles. Who's going to be Mordecai? Who's going to be Brick?
Well, now
Mordecai, you can get Keanu Reeves for Mordecai. Brick, you can get The Rock. Henry Simmons, you can get for Roland.
And then switch
that's
Kevin Hart to Claptrap.
That's already done. That's already
Kevin.
done.
I know Kevin Hart to Claptrap. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have a better cast than they do. But I'm not a movie guy. I'm not a.
Like I said, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let them do their thing, and then I'm gonna judge it accordingly. That's what I'll do. It's just it seems a little wonky. It's like they can't seem to figure it out when it's video game movies. For whatever reason, they can't figure it out.
Yeah. Now
they never have the right people in place to fucking make it happen.
Now I will say that one of the executive producers on this is Randy Pitchford, who is the founder of Gearbox Entertainment. One of the guys who made who put in Borderlands from the get.
Okay.
He's an executive producer, so hopefully he can go ahead and steer everything in the right direction.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but there's just some weird stuff there. So let's see what else we have.
You want me to sandwich a sad story in the middle of it so we can then come back to some happy stuff?
Make that sandwich, dog. Make that sandwich. Make it.
All right, we'll make that sadness.
Nice one.
We'll make that sadness sandwich. Sandwich.
All right, you motherfucker.
Yeah, this is one of those articles that we never want to have to talk about. Unfortunately, Resident Evil Village voice actor Jeanette Moss, I believe, or Moss, but Jeanette Moss has passed away at the age of 39.
God.
She died of colon cancer on January 24th. She had been struggling with the disease for about 8 months and also went through several complications after contracting COVID-19 last year. The Resident Evil actress had also battled against Crohn's disease for the majority of her life. The news of her passing was first revealed by her fiance, who also explained, all the reason back there. But yeah, she played I believe it's that big ass vampire Lady Dimitrescu, I think her name is. I think her daughters or her sisters, I forget which one. I think it's her sisters.
One of the daughters.
One of the daughters is who she played. So that's obviously some shitty news that nobody ever wants
and
to hear.
also other characters in that video game. She just wasn't one of the daughters. She also had other roles.
I thought she did all the daughters. But maybe I'm tripping.
Oh no, yeah, includes one of the witch sisters that makes up the daughters of the House of Dimitrescu. Yeah, so it's one of them.
Yeah, but no, that's shitty news, and obviously prayers go out to her family, and all that stuff. That's 39 years young, man.
That's a tough one to hear, man. It really is.
Yeah,
I hate sadness. Can we finish this sandwich with some good stuff?
Yeah, give us something. I mean, I got more stuff, but Wes, you go ahead.
Sandwich, huh?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about a picture that I sent you guys. So PlayStation filed a patent late last year that has to do with a particular type of technology that would let spectators essentially mess with you while you're in VR if they decide to. So it looks like what's happening. People are able to go ahead and be on their phones and essentially do a vote of what we think should happen, and then the person that's in the VR can see our choice and then just actually make a choice.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, look, this isn't the first time that you've had a spectator type thing happen with a PlayStation game. With the PlayLink technology, they've also done stuff with Hidden Agenda, another game called That's You.
And we all played Hidden Agenda.
We played Hidden Agenda multiple times.
So good.
Yeah, we did. It was a lot of fun.
Outcomes and shit like that.
Yeah. But so that was filed in October of 2020, and that information just came out now. And into the provided example, we can see one of the users. So we're talking about the picture right now. One of the users inside the virtual reality, while four friends are on the sofa behind them. On the screen, visible to the audience, are voting prompt, into which it allows them to pick between a sword, a monster, or a ladle. So everybody's deciding to pick essentially what the person should do that's in VR next.
Let's see if I can. You keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. Maybe we can help people out so they can see it.
I got you. No, I'm gonna keep.
You know what it's doing? It's picking up my background of the Google.
Yeah. Your office space is jumping in.
There you go.
The choice is registered to the spectator device, and then man, your screen's too bright. It's not taking it.
Too bright.
Yeah.
I see it just fine, but all right.
Yeah, that's a good look right there. This
you go.
choice is registered to the spectator's device and then sent to the player inside the virtual reality, who sees the prompt. And essentially with this one, it says the spectators have given you a soup ladle. So, so with something like this, it also gives the fact of, if you're playing with the right people, they could throw you the wrong fucking thing, and it could be a bad situation for the person in VR.
What's hilarious about that is there's no context as to what exactly they're choosing that for. So all I'm thinking is someone's playing a game like Call of Duty or something like that. You break in a room with 50 dudes with guns. What do I get to use? We're gonna give you a soup ladle. Figure it out.
Sword, a monster, or a soup ladle. Which one are you going to do?
I'm making a soup.
I
was just about to say that.
For some reason, the very first thing I thought of was Skyrim, VR Skyrim. Just because like a soup ladle, you might be able to break through the walls or something. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
you know how that
goes
shit
in
goes.
with
one of them
with
goofy
a
Bethesda
fucking
deals.
leak.
Go sword fighting with a leak, bro.
A leak or some asparagus.
All right, so that's pretty much what I got in news, man.
I got one more story, and it's a really it's a feel good story.
Yeah,
it's
Oh, so this is like the side that goes with the sandwich, right? This is like the chips or all the good shit, yeah?
This is a good one. This is a good
All
one.
right.
So
Let's go.
I got this off of VentureBeat.com. Game companies compete with each other furiously, so it's sometimes news to see them come together. That's the mission behind Gamers for Chalk, a coalition of employees from gaming-related companies. They've banded together to support Children's Hospital of Orange County in Southern California. The group's mission is to rally the gaming community together to raise funds for Chalk as part of a year-long 30th anniversary celebration of its annual 5K Chalk Walk fundraiser. The Gamers for Chalk program rallies employees, players, and communities from game studios and game-related businesses to support healthcare programs, education, and research for Southern California's kids. The list of companies participating in this inaugural effort includes some of the biggest and most popular names in the gaming industry. You have Amazon Game Studios, Cressa, Dreamhaven, Esports Arena, EST Soft, Frost Giant Studios, Gen G, Healthy Gamer, Humble Bundle, Improbable, Intellivision, In Exile Entertainment, Obsidian Entertainment, Pragma, Rally Cry, Riot Games, Second Dinner, Square Enix, Teamy Studios, and UCI Esports.
Jesus.
All this
That's
for
awesome.
this. Yep, the program.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, the program invites gamers to get involved by donating on the behalf of a participating team or signing up to join a team as a fundraiser on the virtual Chalkwalk site. Top fundraisers across Gamers for Chalk teams can earn unique prizes and experience contributed by participating companies. Gamers for Chalk's standalone hub on the website will aggregate information across all participating teams. It features a leaderboard to encourage friendly competition between companies and highlight the participating teams, how many members they have, and how much money they've raised. The hub will also feature a running total of how many dollars have been raised as a part of the overall initiative. So if you want to donate or have any information on that, you can go. You can search Gamers for Chalk. It's or www.chalkwalk.org. That's CHOC walk.org, and learn all about it. But that's super sick that they're all coming together.
We will also have that website in our show notes.
For sure, absolutely. So yeah, and that's a hell of a list of game companies that are,
Yeah, it is.
getting involved with this thing, but we love to see them come together for a good cause, so good on you.
So,
We have things! Sorry, go ahead.
we have things to talk about. I don't know why I did it in that voice. So let's break it down for everybody and tell them what we are playing.
Hey, you want to go first?
I gotta let the ears bleed
hell
out a
just
little bit more. Hold on, I gotta let blood out. What?
I said, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I can go first.
You got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's actually the first time in a long time because usually it's just been chill.
Yeah.
But I did pick up NBA 2K21 for the PlayStation 5.
Nice.
A little fat clap. Nice.
Smattering of applause.
It's actually the first 2K game I think I picked up since 19, maybe even 18. This game is phenomenal.
So much fun.
So I know that there were issues in previous games with like the whole face scan, and people came out looking like aliens or some shit, and just like all types of awkward and shit like that. So anyway, it seems like they did this time around. It seems like they did a really good job with the whole face scan. I literally did it the very first time, and it looks like me, which is, pretty cool.
Yeah.
The My Player mode is what I have been doing so far.
They're always good.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played one, but the story is extremely in depth. If you haven't played it, I'm spoiling it for you. Just spoiler alert. You get to start off in high school, go through college. You have the option to do 1 or all 4 years of college.
That's cool.
Which
they
is
give
awesome.
The option.
Yeah, so I decided to do all 4 years, get the degree, you know what I mean, and then hopefully get into the NBA draft and go from there. But the storyline so far is outstanding. The cutscenes of the little mini movies and all that kind of stuff are awesome. You have the option during some of the scenarios that you go through that you have to make certain choices and answers in a quick, snappy fashion, which is pretty cool. But hands down, so far, this game is absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna play it again as soon as we're done this podcast.
Yeah, as in typical 2K fashion, the My Player mode really a lot of times is like a movie. Like, it's not, I haven't gotten as far as you in this one, but in last year's, like, it's not uncommon for you to have a cutscene that's like 8 to 10 minutes long where you're watching stuff. They always
absolutely.
It's literally like a movie.
And the best part
like a mini
about
movie.
it is,
they have cool celebrity cameos too.
They do, yeah. The best part about this game for me is because, like, you guys know, and I guess some of the listeners know too, because I talk about it when we talk about games with like certain like campaign modes, right? Like, for certain games, doesn't matter what it is, but like I like a really in-depth single story style campaign. This is a sports game, and it has it.
Yeah,
that's unique.
I absolutely recommend it. Even if you don't play basketball or watch basketball or whatever, play it. Give it a shot.
Give it a whirl. It might ruin some of the other sports games for the sports that you do like, because what I always complain about with other games is what I love about 2K is that it doesn't just seem, even once the quote unquote story mode or like the movie part of it is over, because eventually that does end and then you just like resume your career as normal. But even when that's done, there's so much more than just like what you get in NHL, which I'm a hockey guy. I love NHL and other games where you're just you play a game, exit, play a game, exit, play a game. With 2K, there's so much more. You go to you go to the city. You can go. You have to do your training sessions at the. Is it still the Gatorade training lab?
Well, so
probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it's been that way forever. I'm sure it's still sponsored. So it'd be the Gatorade training facility.
Yep.
They give you like a workout checklist.
Yep.
The
whole create your shoe thing. You told me about that. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, you can create. You can go to 2K shoe. You can create a shoe in the game. My wife already created me like 3 pairs of shoes, and then they'll become available for purchase.
Yep.
When the game actually starts. But you can do. Yeah, you can pick any shoe company you want that they have in the game, and there's plenty, even down to like Puma. You can choose different layers and fabrics and stuff. It's dope.
Wait.
But yeah, you go to the city. You can go to an arcade in the city. You can go buy shoes, merch, suits. Play other players
insane
on the court. Like, there's so much to break up the monotony of just playing a game and then being done, and playing a game and being done. It's
what else?
So, and I'm glad now that there's someone other than me playing.
Yeah. And then in normal fashion, also played Chill.
Well, what's abnormal is the fact that in the playoffs we had a good week.
Oh yeah, that's true. So the thing is normally we would at least try and chill almost every night, or at least 3 times out of the 5 days.
Yeah.
Because I've been so balls deep in NBA, chill happened once this entire week. However, it was an amazing run. We went 4-1. We actually won the first 4 games, lost the last. But every team we went up against was just
Yeah, we made 2
It
teams.
was an
'cause you
onslaught.
and I made a team quit before Wes hopped on,
Yep.
and then we made one team quit while Wes was on, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So
It was an onslaught of goals, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you were to go through even the game we lost, those 5 games, we probably averaged 5 goals a game. It was insane.
There was one game that we had that Anthony had 2 goals, 2 assists, and Andy had 3 goals, 3 assists. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
crazy.
night. It was definitely a good night.
So that's it for me.
Wes, you want to go or you want me to go?
I can go. So, ran through my normal Destiny. You know what I mean? That I stream Destiny 2, running the gamut. So that was fun. That was a good night. I'm pretty sure we only lost 1 or 2 matches that night, which was actually pretty good. I mean, we actually had a real good chemistry running. And then we brought it back. I played the Medium.
Hell yeah.
That game is fucking cool.
And what'd you play that for? For the people that don't know.
I played that for our Freaky Friday segment that we do on Twitch every Friday night from about 8:30 to roughly 10:30. I try to get at least 2 hours in when we go ahead and do it. But so this is the first Xbox Series X game that actually is made for the Series X. I mean, I don't think they have a last gen version of this. It came out for the when it came out, it also dropped on Game Pass the same day. So I made sure I actually pre-downloaded it. Yeah, I downloaded the whole thing early, like a few days early, so that way I didn't have to deal with nothing. And you play as a medium named Marianne, and you're going to this place. I can't remember. Damn, I fucking forgot what the hell the name of the resort is. But
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look. I mean, you're in Poland. You know what I mean, going ahead and running through all this stuff. I mean, so you're. I mean, so you have all of that. All that influence when it comes down to like, you know what I mean, those countries like, you mean, Poland, Germany, you know what I mean, like Slavic countries and all that type of stuff, Scandinavian area. You end up so the cool thing about the game is that you are able to be dual in the spirit realm and also in the human realm.
Well, yeah, what was strange about that was when we saw that on the trailer, I thought that they were just showing what the game could look like in either world.
I thought the same thing.
I didn't realize that it was literally at the same time. So you have to pay attention to 2 different screens.
And that's the part that kind of
That was crazy.
So not only do you pay attention to both screens, but if you hold down B, you can go ahead and completely transport yourself into the spirit realm. You basically let go in the physical realm. And then you can walk by yourself in the spirit realm, and then if you hold B again, you immediately come back to where you are in the physical realm. And because, I mean, well, there are different, like, so spirit realm will have something look different than the physical realm. And then you need to go ahead, you need to, like, absorb these energies to be able to go ahead and to be able to, like, turn, like, electricity stuff on. You know what I mean? Like, there was an elevator that I needed to go ahead and use. So I had to run down to this area in the spirit realm, absorb some of this energy, then come back to where the elevator control panel was and zap it. And then that made it go ahead and work in the physical realm.
That's pretty cool.
It was wild. There was one jump scare that got me. You were peeping through this keyhole or something into this really awful looking fucking bathroom. Because I mean, all this right now is in spirit realm. And when you do that, you're looking, and then out of nowhere you just see this eye just, you know what I mean, just like right in your face, and it was just like, oh god, you know what I mean. So that caught me. And then right before I jumped off, I was running away from this huge ass, looked like something out of Pan's Labyrinth. You know what I mean? The thing looked fucking creepy as shit. But apparently it doesn't like light. So in between that and the moths that are in the spirit realm that actually can eat you alive, I died once that way. And yeah, dude, it was it's a wild game so far. Like I said, I ran a little over 2 hours on it. I'm not feeling the anxiety as I did, you know what I mean, for the most part. And I mean, like when I first started playing Resident Evil 2. But this game it brings you in and it keeps, dude, it locks you in, man. It's a lot of fun to play. I'm actually enjoying it a good bit. And I saw Andy say in the stream, Andy was like, I need to play this game.
Yeah, it's my kind of game, dude. You already know that. Anything creepy and freaky is my shit.
Well, anytime you want to come over and take over a Freaky Friday, you're more than willing.
Bro, that's your gig. I don't want to interfere. I mean, I may pop over one time to like sit in on it with you, but
Yeah, see,
I'm
that
gonna
would
let
be wild
you-
if you actually sat in. Then that way I'd have somebody else handling the chat.
I'll let you. I'll let you keep the sticks. But so for me, I got a couple things. I also have 2K21 as well, but I'm nowhere near as far as Anthony is. I played one game into my career, which I'm pretty sure is in high school.
Yep.
But I've been just balls deep in Miles Morales, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Like I said, there's sometimes where I just swing around the city for literally no reason.
Yep, that's what I did.
And I'm a lot further in the story now because the way it works, like once the story starts and everything opens up, there are some things you can go around and do, some side stuff, collecting like these, underground weapons cache and stuff like that, and I forget what else, and then like these time capsules when you advance a little bit more into the story. But eventually that stuff runs out, and in order to unlock more of that stuff, you have to do a little bit more of the main mission. So I think I'm like 3 or 4 missions in. I don't want to give anything away because the game's still new enough that people might play it, but it's a lot of fun. What I really like about it are these things. There are these things they call them benchmarks. Basically these little I guess you can call them achievements to go for, such as like taking down 100 enemies while you're camouflaged, or you have Miles venom attacks, destroying 100 people with venom attacks and stuff like that. The one that takes the longest is it's one for when you're just web slinging around the city to go. I think it's like 3,600. It's like 3,600 miles or 3,600 meters.
Yeah.
At like 28 miles an hour or faster, or something like that.
Basically, it's like speed swinging through the city.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
And it takes a while. Like I've gone on Reddit and there's some people that are like, luckily I do a lot of swinging for no reason, so I'm ahead of most people, because a lot of people said that they were just reaching like the halfway point of that on their new game plus playthrough. I'm already well more than halfway through, and I'm not even halfway through my first playthrough yet. So I'm well on par.
I think I was there just like how you are. I'm actually pretty sure I completed that.
Yeah.
Because I would remember there was a day where I was just going around and finding like all these like little Easter eggs that I was sending you guys like all fucking day.
Yeah.
And the thing is that dude, I would do that for hours because one, you get to see New York City through Miles Morales. I mean, there's
sick,
snow everywhere. There's considering it's the next gen system too. It plays so beautifully, and you really get to like take in New York City as Spider-Man. It's amazing.
It absolutely does. You have these 3 different types of challenges that are left for you: combat challenges, stealth challenges, traversal challenges. The second combat challenge, which is all about dodging, and to be able to get ultimate, they have like there's 3 tiers you can get. Ultimate obviously being the best. You had to beat like 20 enemies without being hit once, but that was a perfect area because the benchmarks, you can also tally them up through there. So I did this one combat challenge like 60 times just to get a bunch of the benchmarks done there, like dodging 100 times and stuff like that. So that game's been a lot of fun, just up in my suits and my gadgets and just seeing what all this motherfucker can do is dope. Another thing that I have done is, well, not that I have done, Astro's Playroom, which is a demo that comes out. Yes, you did. That's a demo that comes out. For free with the PS5. Unfortunately, the camera, like y'all know my goofy ass with my down is up and up is down thing that I normally need for the Y-axis. I need that invert. You can't do it with that game, so I was getting sick because I kept going in the wrong direction. So Alex, my wife, played it, and as of yesterday, she completed all 4 areas, which was cool to watch. Unlocked everything, because in each area you have to collect, I think, like 4 puzzle pieces and 2 artifacts. And the cool thing about it is it's like a PlayStation timeline almost. Each level you go to represents a different PlayStation, and the artifacts and the things that you find are old like technology that you used to have for that system. And then everything that you collect, you basically create this like PlayStation playground where like all the things you find pop up, and you can see like all the tech that's come out along the years and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So she completed that. We only have like 8 trophies left to get, and then that game's platinumed. she's probably going to do that in like an hour. But that's been a lot of fun, and it shows off a lot. It's basically to show you what the controller can do.
Yeah.
So it shows you all the stuff it can do, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to watch. And the last thing that I just did it this morning because I said it would. I said I would. I'm sorry. The Resident Evil demo, Maiden, that they released for free, which doesn't include any combat or dodging or anything like that, but it basically is to show off the graphics and to show you a little bit of how, you know, the puzzles or finding things works, which if you've played another Resident Evil game isn't anything that you don't know by now.
Yeah, so I sent you a message about you playing it because I heard about the guys on WASD and Beyond. You mean that podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about it, and I'm like, shit, we need to get on this, and we need to figure this shit out. And I mean, I knew you had a little bit of time on your hands to go ahead and jump into it, plus of how deep a Resident Evil fan you are. So
Absolutely.
I'm really glad you got to mess with it.
Yep, I did scream once. They got me once. Made me go like oh shit. But it looks it's short. It's maybe like if it's maybe like maybe a half hour. If you know exactly what you're doing and you played it over a second time, it may only take you like 10 minutes. But it looks fantastic. It looks unreal. This because you start in this like old nasty like cell in a dungeon, and you have to figure out your way out. You follow these clues to get out, and then once you make your way out of the dungeon, you get into this castle, and once you get into the castle, like everything looks so pristine. It's like I guess it's just like how Astro's Playroom is to show you off what the controller can do. I'm pretty sure this was just to show you graphically what the game looks like and whatnot, but it's it is just like Resident Evil 7 is that in that what drives that game, one, is how real it looks, two, how great the sound effects are. The audio in these games is incredible. How you hear like footsteps from far away to up close and things banging around, and you do want, and just things popping up out of nowhere. Like it definitely got me. I'm excited for the game for sure. I will be fully erect if I find out that you can play this thing in VR. I'm excited either way to play the game because of how much of a fan of the franchise I am.
That'd be a good one to get you to stream.
But if this thing goes in VR, I will stream the whole thing because it will be content people will want to see. Because I know what happened to me when I played Resident Evil 7. I don't know that I've fully recovered, but I would love to play that game in VR. I'd probably stream it either way. But yeah, it looks great. It plays great. Everything was smooth. The voice acting was creepy as hell.
That's what you want.
Yeah. I literally came to. I'm not going to give out like how it ends or anything like that. But there was one point where I was walking and I thought I was fine. Like I literally was just walking through this thing, crouched because I don't fuck around. I was crouched. I was walking around and I was heading to something I needed to head to. And like, it's just me. I'm just walking through and all of a sudden I just hear this voice just go, "I'm watching you," and it sounded real close, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I started looking around, and then I did that thing where like my fight or flight kicks in, but there's like a third one for me. It's like fight, flight, and do nothing. I did nothing. I just like stood there and didn't move. There's the 3 Fs: fight, flight, freeze, and I froze. And I was just looking around like, what the hell is going on here? But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited. I'm excited about the game, but yeah, that's what I got. I mean, one game of 2K, a lot of Miles Morales. I think I'm like 60% through, so I'll probably have that done by the end of next week.
Nice.
But I will do the new game plus playthrough though, just to platinum it. Because what I'm trying to do is, now that I have a new system and not a lot of games, to get out of the habit of starting 5 games at once and finishing none of them. I've started Miles Morales. I want to finish that. I want to platinum it. Astros is about to be platinumed, and now that'll be the 2 first PS5 games I have that'll be platinumed. I'm never going to platinum a sports game because those trophies are ridiculous. You got to play like a full career, be the all-time leader in points. I think in the hockey game it's like freaking breaking like Wayne Gretzky's records and shit like I'm not playing 20 seasons in the NHL to fucking platinum this game. It's not happening. So sports games I just enjoy for how great they are and to playing with friends and whatnot. But as far as story games, I'm going on a platinum run. So
nice.
That's where
That'll
we are.
be fun.
All right. So, Ant, how about you take us out?
Yes, sir. Same as always. You can check us out on our Twitter, which is @ConsoleCrew. You can check us out on our website, which is www.consolegamingcrew.com, which is attached to our Gmail, which is also consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. We have our YouTube channel, which has all of our podcasts, including, hopefully, the video from this one.
I hope it'll make it.
I hope so too, 'cause that'd be pretty cool. So we'll have our first live stream of our podcast up there, hopefully, when this drops. We also have our Instagram, which is Console Gaming Crew, and we have our Twitch streams, because I'm not mentioning Facebook, which is also Console Gaming Crew. We have Wesley, which is Dragon_CGC. We have Andy, which is Scooby CGC, and we have myself, which is CGC_Squishy Soprano.
All right. Thank you, bro.
You got it.
All right. So, that's it for us. Next week it's going to be a twofer. It's just going to be me and Andy. Anthony has drill, so we're just going to run it with just two of us. And I believe we're going to get into the DICE award nominees. It's going to be part of it, and then we're probably going to hit some news, and maybe you'll have some more updates on us for Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Hopefully
absolutely.
by then, I did forget to talk about playing Phoenix. Hopefully I'll have Phoenix finished by then, because I mean I'm at the final boss right now. So
Ooh, sick.
oh yeah. So until then, as always, stay safe, wash your hands, mask the hell up, and game on.
Game on, baby.